Hi, my name is Tom Lynch, and this video will demonstrate to you the Turning Machine software. Turning Machine software is a web-based system for managing tournaments, allowing the tournament director to create pool play and bracket play games, schedule games, post scores, and most importantly, communicate efficiently with coaches, athletes, and the general public. The screen we are currently looking at is the results page created by Turning Machine. You will see that we have two divisions, U12 boys and U12 girls. We are currently looking at the U12 boys, and we can see the pool standings, the schedule, some game scores already posted, and finally the bracket play, which will automatically be filled out as pool play is completed and bracket play scores are entered. A few other items to note on this screen are the embed code, sign up for email/text message notifications, and printable results. The embed code allows the tournament director to embed these results within their own site, making the results appear to be a seamless part of their own website. Sign up for email/text message notifications allows the public to select the team they would like to follow and enter either their email address or their text message address, and they will receive notifications when game scores are entered or tournament notifications are sent. Finally, printable results gives the tournament director a suitable screen for printing with no headers or footers. Now that you've seen the end results, let's log into the admin screen and see how we got to this point. Now that we're logged into our demo account, you can see that we've got two tournaments set up here. Turning Machine Demo is the tournament that we've been looking at, so let's go ahead and click on Manage for that tournament. And the first screen we come to is this General Info tab that allows us to go ahead and set up our tournament, the basic information about our tournament, the name, the dates, some of the settings for divisions, tiebreakers, description, and then if we want to upload a logo. And then across the top here we have some additional tabs to configure the tournament. We've got registrations, facilities, divisions, post scores, and reports. Registration is to set up registrations for a tournament. This tournament has online registrations turned off. Facilities is where we go in and actually set up our facilities. In this case, it's a basketball tournament. We've got courts. Divisions is the primary location for setting up the tournament. Most of the information is being entered in here. Post scores is where we actually post the scores for the tournament. And then reports. We've got a printable schedule that allows the tournament director to go ahead and print out a schedule of all the divisions and print it to a PDF document and send that out to coaches. To get into the nitty-gritty details of it, we'll go ahead and click on divisions, and we're going to go ahead and add a new division and kind of set a new division up. So let's go ahead and start, and we'll put in a new division of U14 boys. We'll select the schedule color. That is the color that will show up in the schedule when we're scheduling the games for this division. It just allows us to distinguish between different divisions on the schedule. And then age of 0, we'll go 14 for the max, 15 athletes per roster, and then we'll leave the others blank here. We can just use the tournament level settings that we set on the General Info tab for the rest of these settings. We'll go ahead and hit save. Now we've got the basics of that division set up. Now we'll go ahead and add our teams, our pools, create our games, and create our bracket. Let's go ahead and add teams first. And we'll add 4 teams here to this division. we got our 4 teams added, we're going to go ahead and add a pool. We're just going to have one pool for this division, so all 4 teams will go into that pool. Now we got to go ahead and we don't have our teams in the pool yet. And we could go in and manually add our teams to this pool. But if we want, we can go ahead and go to General Info and randomly assign teams to the pools. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Of course, in this case, we've only got one pool with 4 teams, so it automatically assigned them all to that one pool. Now that we've got our pool set, our teams in our pools, we're going to go ahead and create our pool games. And again, we can manually create pool games, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and generate games. Let the system generate 3 games per team for us. And there's our games. And then finally, we want to create our bracket. And we're going to go ahead and add a game. This is kind of a neat little tool that we've got, is a bracket builder that allows you to custom build your own bracket. We'll have, for this division, we're going to have the Pool A first place play the Pool A second place for the championship. We'll call this game 1 for this bracket play. Then we're going to add a final. And then the source for that final is going to be the bracket winner of game 1. And we'll hit Save Bracket. And now if we go to read-only mode, we can get a feel for what that's going to look like on our public pages. Okay, now that we've got our bracket set up, we'll go ahead and go back to our public pages, and now we should see the U14 division showing up. And sure enough, we've got U14 boys here. And now we'll see our pool. Notice we don't have any games scheduled yet. We haven't scheduled anything yet. And then we do have our bracket set up here. Let's go back to our administrative screens, and we'll go ahead and schedule a facility here. We're going to add a new facility called Court 7, and we will add these games to Court 7. Schedule that. And we've got the U12 boys, U12 girls. Both of those have already had all their games scheduled. We can actually click on list games and on other facilities. Those games have been scheduled on other courts, Court 1, Court 2. And they're in gray because they have already been scheduled. And the 12 girls are on Court 3. We'll uncheck that. Now we'll go to U14 boys, and you'll see that they're not in gray. They're in the color that we selected on the division screen. And we can go ahead and drag these onto we're going to drag them onto Court 7, Saturday. And we could look at a week view. We're going to go ahead and do this in the day view and just put them all on this Saturday. Alright, when we hit Save Changes, we've got them all our games scheduled. Go ahead and close this tab. And now if we go back to our public pages and we click on U14 boys, we now have our schedule set on the public side as well. We'll go back to our admin screens, and now let's go back to post scores, and we're going to go ahead and now post some scores for this U14 division. And we'll just go ahead and randomly put some scores in. We'll go ahead and mark all these final. And notice we're not putting in a score for our bracket play game yet. Once we have our pool set and we get our advance to our brackets, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now we've posted those scores. Go to the public page, click on U14 boys to refresh it, and now we're seeing our scores here. We're seeing our standings, and then we see that we've got Pool A standings, 2-1, 2-1, 1-2, 1-2. So now we're going to go back to our admin screens. Notice in our bracket here we still haven't advanced our our pool standings, our pool winners yet to the bracket. So we'll go back to our admin screens. Go to divisions, go to U14 boys, go to general info. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We need to go to our pool first, and we got to set our places. Now here we could, it automatically set them when I click this link, but we could have manually entered in our places as well. That would be useful if we had a situation where the tiebreaker ended up being a coin flip or something that the system would be unaware of. So, but anyway, we went ahead and set them automatically. Now we go to general info and we can advance teams to bracket play. Click on that, and now we go back to our public pages, refresh again, and now you'll see that Ames is playing Boone for the championship. And then finally, we'll go back and we'll post scores, and we'll post that final game. And we will have Boone beat Ames 50-43. We'll mark that as final. And as soon as we do that, it should advance Boone to the championship. Go back to our public page, click on U14 boys. Sure enough, Boone's our champion, and they won 50-43. That covers the basics of the system. Hopefully it gives you a good overview of how the system works. If you do want to get additional details and look into more of the specifics of the system, you're welcome to contact us. You can contact us via email at info@aspisolutions.com or by phone 515-984-0806. Thank you for watching our video.